Well, good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the Wells Homestead. Um, Today, I'm just giving you a little update what we got going on here on the homestead. Um, Today was the first time that we have uh, bred the rabbits. We did breed Coco to Buddy. We also bred, sorry about that, first time using my camera, so I'm not real great at this yet. We did use Coco, or breed Coco to Buddy. We also bred Blue to Hornball. Um, got them in there, uh, got a couple good rounds for the rabbits. So I'm out doing chores at the moment. As you can see from around here, it's been raining pretty good today. Give me just a second here. I got to check the chicken water. So, got them in. Don't know if everybody knows or not. Uh, Gestation period for a rabbit is between 25 and 30 days. 28 and 35 actually, I think, is what the homesteading book that we're using says. Um, You can see me filling the water out of a water hose, or a water spigot on the house actually. Have not got the rain catchment system on the chicken coop setup yet, so still kind of working on it. So got to figure out how I want to build my barrel cradle, how I want to connect the guttering to the barrel and get that all going so that we're actually catching our water for the chickens and possibly the rabbits. But as you can see here, we've got all the rabbits out here. I did throw a little plywood over the skylight today because it was coming down pretty hard. Excuse me just a minute. I was breeding the rabbits, so I took the water out of Hornball's cage, so I got to go in here and give him his water back. So we got them all going. Tried to get two of the does bred today, and you say, well, Jackie, how does the Wells homestead know whether or not the rabbits have been bred? Well, honestly, we don't. And nobody really does. The good thing about it, and I'll take you in and show you here in a minute, is we have a notebook that we keep track in. We've got the date we bred the rabbits and which doe we bred to which buck and everything like that, and we figure an approximate due date. But I'll show you guys all of that here in a little bit. As you can see, we've got these little bottle waterers that we're using for the rabbits. You know, guys, the good thing about it is, I'll set you down here because two hands seems to be better than one at this. The good thing about it is you know, they're not real expensive, but they work well. The rabbits lick the little balls. It gives them water, and they can drink the water out of the bottle. So what we do is we fill the bottles up, hang them on the cage, and when they get empty, we take them down and fill them up again. So it's always a good opportunity to be able to check on the rabbits, see how they're doing, see how they are holding up, make sure nobody's limping or hurt or anything like that. And gives us an opportunity to check in on them. Also gives us an opportunity, because they are, you know, grown rabbits that are new to us, gives us an opportunity to get them used to us being at the cage every day, being the ones that feed them, being the ones that that tend to them, take care of their needs, stuff like that. As you can see here, a good little rabbit, Double Chin, has become quite fond of sitting on top of the rocks. Got me a little bit this morning on the wire when we were breeding the rabbits. But it gives us a good opportunity to check on them. Gives us a good opportunity when we tend the chickens to do a head count, make sure we haven't lost anybody. We also take that opportunity to count, check on them, make sure nobody's lame or, you know, nobody's lame, nobody's looking sick, nobody's acting funny. And the chickens have really been quite active and lively here lately. As you can see, they're all sitting here waiting for me to throw them a little food. And got a little mixture there. And you guys may say I'm crazy, but I got a little mixture of layer crumbles. They're pretty high in protein as well. I am throwing just a little bit of the rabbit pellets in with them. You know, the rabbit pellets are a good source of protein. They've got alfalfa, other grasses, things like that in them, so that we can get a little bit more of a grass-fed type chicken. May not work. First time I've ever tried it. Sorry, I'm trying to put the legs up on my tripod here. And I locked myself out of the house, so you guys get to laugh at me. It may, you know, they seem to be eating them well, seem to be digesting them well. We've only been doing it for, well, this is about the third time in 2 weeks. I'm throwing a little rabbit pellet in with the... Guys, look at this dirt. Look at that. Look at how brown and black and lush it is. And we decided to try the permaculture technique and go ahead and we've got some good carbon material on the bottom with some compost, some old rotten wood, some different things in there to provide the dark brown or the black. Then we got the compost on top of that, and then we've got dirt on top, and actually working with a friend now to come up with some inexpensive cattle panels because everything right now is kind of crazy. So we can go ahead and get that put up and get the plastic put on and uh, get ready for the winter and growing some winter vegetables. I'm going to sit you guys right here, and I'll be right back. Let me run and grab that notebook I was telling you about. Turn on a little light. So guys, as I was telling you, how the Wells Homestead does it, we've got this little notebook here we call the rabbit tractor. We have the date that we got the rabbits, which was October 16th, 2021. We've got each of their names, their sexes, and what we believe their breeds to be. Because we didn't breed the rabbits, we don't really know exactly their breed, except for maybe hornball and double chin, which we know to be New Zealand's. But we believe Buddy's a Dutch. We believe that cocoa or chocolate is a tan, and blue to possibly be a Flemish Giant. But down below that we have what we call the breeding schedule. And you'll notice here on 10/23/21 we bred Cocoa to Buddy, and we bred Blue to Hornball. And what we'll do here in a little bit after I finish up the video is we'll sit down and we'll add it up. As you notice here, we've got the gestation period right here, 28 to 35 days. And we'll put a range in there of when we think the babies ought to be coming. If we get to that 28-day mark and they're not showing any signs of pulling hair or nesting or anything like that, we'll go ahead and put an X by that date, and then at 35 days we'll attempt breeding again. We've got a lot of our information from good shows like At Homesteady, Lumina Acres, Living Traditions Homestead. We've also watched some from Diane and Sampson, which is some wonderful homesteaders from down in Australia. Also got some ideas from the Neal family homestead, which is another homestead here in Missouri. But a lot of our technical information, this was actually gifted to us when we bought the chickens. It's called the Backyard Homestead, Guide to Raising Farm Animals. It's one they sell here at our local hatchery. They don't just sell chickens and fowl. They actually sell resources and rent machines that you can use to harvest your own animals, like a chicken plucker and different things like that. They rent out and have for sale incubators, things like that. So I'll put a link to them down in the description. But this is the Backyard Homestead, a guide to farm animals. Talks about how to produce your own grass-fed meat, eggs, milk, chickens, turkeys, ducks, rabbits, goats, sheep, pigs. Edited by Gail Damerow. And it's just become for us a really good guide. Both Christy and I grew up with a little bit of a farming background. My grandparents, great-grandparents were both beef farmers, and they had chickens and pigs and stuff like that. Christy's mom and dad had cows and horses and raised rabbits and chickens, and so we had our own knowledge that we drew off of, but we also, for a lot of the technical information like gestation periods and things like that, referenced this guide. We are going to be trying to get a hold of the book by Joel, Polyface Farm, doing some research that way, because we really do get a lot of our inspiration from Polyface. But that's kind of just a quick update for today. We will show you another update again one day this week, maybe next week. Um, the videos are coming out kind of sporadically. I try and at least get one in a week. I hope to get some more done. I hope, excuse me, to start getting some of the interviews done, things like that. Um, but we're working that way, being self-sustaining where we are. We appreciate you guys. We thank you. We ask that you subscribe, like the videos, share them with your friends, guys. If you know anybody who's getting started that could use some help from us, we'd be glad to help them with any knowledge that we do have. If you have comments or you know people who might be able to help us, we would appreciate that too. So like and subscribe, share the videos. I am going to remind you guys, there's not that many days left before the end of the month, but if we can get up to that 100 follower mark by the end of the month, we will be giving away a $50 gift card to a Amazon, Walmart, Tractor Supply, a national chain that you could use that at that does support the homesteading lifestyle. And we want to remind you guys that we are trying to build a community. We're trying to build a community of help, a community of information, a community where we can get together, where we can talk, where we can learn from each other, where we can share resources, share ideas, because our goal is not just for us to be successful, but is for as many of you as possible to be as successful as well. We thank you guys. God bless. Have a great day.